The guardian dog that ignores you is usually the one doing its job. Most people think a good guardian dog should check in with them, look at them, follow them, stay close. But the dogs that do that the most are usually the first ones predators figure out. And the dog that ignores you, that's usually the one nothing ever happens around. Let me explain why ignoring you is often the most important thing a livestock guardian dog can do. Humans trust feedback. We trust dogs that look back at us, come when called, stay nearby. Because that feels respectful, it feels controlled, it feels safe. But livestock guardian dogs aren't working with you, they're working around you. Their job isn't to report, it's to remove opportunities. And predators don't care if your dog listens to you. They care if your dog shows patterns, reacts on cue, keeps revealing where it is. The moment a dog checks in too often, it starts leaking information. Predators don't rush, they observe. They watch where the dog spends time, when it moves, when it reacts, what pulls its attention. A dog that constantly checks in is predictable. It moves when you move. It reacts when you react. That tells predators two things. One, where the dog isn't. Two, when the dog is distracted. The dog that ignores you is harder to read. And unpredictability is what stops testing. This doesn't mean disobedient, lazy, dumb, or untrained. It looks like the dog choosing its own positions, not reacting when you walk by, and staying focused on the herd, not leaving its post to greet you. Owners often say, "My dog doesn't even acknowledge me anymore." That's usually not detachment. That's bonding with the job. Here's why people get hurt financially through raising bad livestock guardian dogs. A dog that leaves livestock to follow you, comes running every time you appear, abandons positions to seek reassurance, that dog is creating gaps in security. Predators don't attack strength, they attack absence, and absence happens when the dog keeps choosing the handler over the herd. Losses don't happen loudly, they happen when nobody notices. The dog wasn't where it mattered. This shift doesn't happen overnight. It starts with more human interaction, more praise for attention, more correction for independence. Slowly the dog learns, my job is to stay connected to the human instead of my job is to control space. By the time livestock goes missing, the behavior has been reinforced for months. That's why people say nothing changed. Something did. It just didn't bark. You don't fix this with obedience. You fix it by reducing unnecessary interactions, letting the dog choose positions, stopping constant praise for attention, reinforcing calm independence. You don't need a dog that loves you. You need a dog that doesn't need you, doesn't watch you, and doesn't wait for you. That's not cold, that's reliable. The best livestock guardian dogs often feel distant. They don't perform. They don't reassure. They don't seek approval. And that makes owners uncomfortable. But comfort isn't the goal. Control is. If your guardian dog ignores you, but nothing ever happens to your livestock, that's not a problem. There's a pattern most people miss. The dogs everyone loves are usually the first ones that fail. Not because they're bad dogs, but because they're social dogs, friendly dogs. They seek interaction. They respond to voices. They turn toward movement. They prioritize relationships. That's great for pets. It's terrible for guardianship. Predators don't challenge dogs. They pull them. They create motion, noise, distractions. A dog that's socially open gets pulled away from its post without realizing it. A dog that ignores everything doesn't get pulled. It stays anchored. That's why the quiet, distant dog usually last the longest. Most losses don't come with warning signs. They come with small changes. Owners say things like, "He's been hanging around the house more. She doesn't roam like she used to. He seems calmer lately." Those aren't improvements. They're withdrawals. The dog isn't checking out. It's being pulled into the wrong role. By the time livestock disappears, the dog has already stopped managing space. And here's the part people hate hearing. The dog didn't fail suddenly. It drifted. Quietly. Comfortably. Right under supervision. A good guardian dog trusts you. A bad one depends on you. Trust looks like confidence without reassurance, independence without anxiety, calm without feedback. Feedback dependence looks like constant checking, hesitation, waiting for cues. Predators exploit dependence. They don't fight dogs. They wait for dogs that hesitate. If your LGD ignores you but stays calm, alert, and positioned, that's trust. If your LGD watches you before it decides what to do, that's dependence. Independence always breaks first.